What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. And yeah, today I'll be doing a story time video on my Taekwondo experiences or stories or whatever. So yeah, let's get into this video. So I think I've been in Taekwondo for enough time so I can just tell my experiences to people. And yeah, this is why I'm doing it here. So a little bit of backstory, I go to a really small Taekwondo place, but it's pretty big because there's a lot of students, but the size is pretty small. That's why we have different classes at different times. So let's start off the video by talking about open sparring. Open sparring is basically where your school is hosting a sparring seminar or training, whatever it's called. And I can invite students from different schools to come and fight us at the seminar. This is honestly good because people you fight different people. And yeah, this is where the first story comes. So there was this one time where I was a pretty low rank, around green belt. I wasn't so experienced, just like 2 years. And yeah, they put me to fight up against this really tall guy that was a blue belt. Keep in mind that back then I didn't know any good techniques. I didn't get the hang of it until blue stripe, I'm pretty sure. And before that match, I had fought a lot of people. They were from a different school. So yeah, and let me just tell you, those people like compete in every single tournament they can go. Like, no joke, sometimes they'll even cheat. So I started fighting this guy. It was going good until the second round. He did a kick that hit me in the eye. Heel first in the eye, and yeah, I was literally blind, and the kick was sort of kind of like this. And then people say Taekwondo doesn't work. That experience left me really traumatized, but like after like one day I went, screw it. To people out there saying that Taekwondo doesn't work in real fights because you do a lot of spinning, just so you know, spinning is literally just demonstration. Like, you're not going to use it in real life. Real life, you're going to do what you can. So this next story happened when I was a beginner. I was just starting out. I was like a yellow stripe. And yeah, so basically I was at a tournament and I wasn't really expecting to win since I was garbage back then. And I got a first place in forms, which is demonstration once again. But then in sparring, I was fighting this kid that had a coach that, let me just say, wasn't such a great coach. So black belts were fighting before us, so they forgot to take out the cards, which if the referee didn't deduct the points, then the coach could put up the card and say that it didn't count. But to our misfortune, they didn't take away the cards, so this coach could use the cards as many times as he wanted, and our division only allowed it to use once. So literally, when I'm just fighting this kid, and I don't know where the coach just goes, "Hey, hold up the fight," and then tells the referee whatever the heck he was seeing. And keep in mind, he did this like every 10 seconds just to get the kid points. And for some dumb reason, the referee actually agreed and went, "Yeah, we all saw it." Some people weren't sure, but yeah, they were like, "Screw it, this guy's already complaining enough. Let's just go." So yes, I did end up losing. Like, I don't know what was the score. I'm not going to go back to see all those pictures and stuff again. So yeah, and I got a third place. But now I just look back at those pictures and be like, if only I could get my revenge. Okay, so here's one last story before I have to end the video. This is actually pretty awesome. So yeah, this has to take a lot of karma to pull this off. I didn't really do anything. It was basically just karma. Well, actually, yeah, I did something, but that was because my dad just started yelling at me. So this story happened very recently. It was at a tournament when I was when I was 11. So yeah, since my birthday is 1 month after the tournament, they were like, "Oh, we're counting you as a 12-year-old." And when the master told me that, I went, "What the is wrong with you?" I'm just kidding, I didn't say that. So yeah, while all the actual 11-year-olds were fighting, I was sitting down waiting for the 12-year-olds to come. So yeah, my division was 12 through 14, and that division is called the Cadets, which means that I'm an 11-year-old fighting 13, 12, 14-year-olds. So they finally called us up to the stage and said, okay, all the belts, 12 through 14, come up here, blah blah blah. So yeah, I went, got first place in forms, aka demonstration, and then in sparring they called us up, and yeah, I did see some of my friends that were 11, which I don't think how that happened. I think it was just my school. I'm just kidding, I don't think it was. So then I started talking to this kid that didn't go to my Taekwondo school. I don't think I remember his name. It was something like Bryant, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, so we started talking, and then we looked at each other's IDs. Well, not actual IDs. They made us IDs so we wouldn't, so the referees know who's how much you weigh, how old you are. And we looked at our weight and our height, and basically we were pretty close. Like, this guy was just like 2 pounds higher than me. I'm not sure if it's pounds. I don't know. I didn't pay attention in class. So the only problem with it was that he was a 13-year-old, while I was an 11-year-old that got clutched into the cadets division. So I was like, I'm not sure if I'm gonna fight this guy. I'm probably fighting these belts, but yeah, I don't think I am. And then they called my name, and then they called his name, which for this story I'm just gonna call that kid Bryant. So yeah, they called me and him, and they're like, okay, you guys are fighting. And the second I heard that, I was like, what? So yeah, so we were getting ready. We were fighting electronic scoring instead of the people on the sides pressing buttons every time you hit the chest pad. So yeah, we were doing electronic sparring. I was blue and he was red. He had Gen 2s and I had Gen 1s. And those Gen 1, Gen 2 things are basically like your foot sensors. Every time you hit the chest pad, a magnet triggers, and on the screen it shows your points. So yeah, the Gen 2s have more sensors than I had Gen 1s that were borrowed. So yeah, they were like, okay, you two are fighting next. And yeah, we didn't really talk after that because in the ring there's no genders, no ages, no friends, no siblings, just enemies. So the first fight I lost 4-1. Round 2 I lost 7-2. And yeah, the third round my dad just started yelling at me from on top, which were the stands, and he was like, hit the head, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I hit the head, and then he tried to kick me in the head, and I went, nope, I blocked it, and then I hit him in the head with a crescent kick. Don't believe me? Roll the clip! So you guys saw how fast I went. Yeah, so that was basically what happened. I put proof so that people actually believe me, and don't put in the comments that is fake content, because it's real. So yeah, after that I ended up scoring because he got a gamjang, and a gamjang is basically when you do something illegal. I think it's if you fall, if you kick my legs, which a lot of people do, or if you just get out of the ring. People claim that I knocked down that 13-year-old, but I didn't knock him out. If I knock him out, you mean beat him by the age difference? Then yes, I did. But if I knock him out, you mean unconsciously and I killed him? Then no, I did not do that. Okay, so one more thing before I leave. I got this comment on the other video saying that oh, Natalia can beat your butt in Taekwondo. And well, let me just give a few background information about her. She's basically came from another state, and she did Taekwondo. She even brought her belt to show us, and I'm like, yeah, so she's a black belt and stuff. But here's the thing, she hasn't practiced in like a whole year. So yeah, people are saying that she can beat me, when I don't think it's really true, because like she doesn't know, like I don't think she remembers anything besides the kicks or anything. And that's what I always bring up when people mention that. And they're like, use your common sense. She's a black belt. You're a red stripe. Of course you're not going to beat her. Which those people just make themselves sound more dumb. Use your common sense. Like, literally, she hasn't practiced in like a whole year. I don't think she can even kick the head anymore. I mean, she probably can with a rising kick, but with an actual proper kick that will score? Probably not. Well, if we want to find out, then I'm just gonna have to like invite her to an open sparring whenever my school does one. And yeah, well, if she even has gear, because I don't know if we'll lend her some, because we don't know her, except for me, and yeah. Okay, so before I have to end the video, I'm going to say that I'm getting my black belt this year, like around May, March, I'm not sure. And yeah, I'll definitely do a storytime video on that. Also, by the way, I said this, the 13-year-old thing was the last story. But yeah, these were just quick stories. On that note, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, listening, or whatever you did. You probably just put the phone or tablet face down and were like, okay, let's just listen to this guy talk for straight hours. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I am using yet again non-copyrighted gameplay. Their channel will be in the description because, of course, I use them all the time. So yeah, I'm just gonna put them in the description. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.